Hey y'all, welcome to Keeping It Real with Mel, where I keep it real and trill on any kind of subject. Just remember to hit subscribe and click the like button. Let's get these followers up. Today's video is going to be mainly about me sharing my views about moving to Houston. I've been seeing a lot of videos and testimonials posted on TikTok by young ladies that's moving here to Houston. And in all these videos and testimonials, the main thing they're saying is that they're down here struggling. That they think they should have came down here and they think they made the wrong decision. Okay. My thing is, and this is what I believe a lot of these young girls and these young people, especially these young women, they're coming down here thinking that they're just going to become superstars as soon as they come down here. They come down here trying to be social media influencers. They want to get jobs where they can be seen, like strip bars, nightclubs where they could serve as bottle girls. They don't want to come down here and work an honest job like somebody like myself work. They want to come down here. The main reason some of them come down here is they're trying to be social media stars. Yes, Houston has a few influencers that live here and do all their work here. What these folk people not realizing that some of the influencers that's from here, that's real big on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, at the same time, them social media influencers got regular jobs too. They're not making all their money off TikTok, YouTube, and all them. You got the ones like Funny Mike. Now, he probably makes all his money off of YouTube and Twitch and TikTok, but it's others, social media influencers, that also have regular jobs. But I'm going to share my testimonial about moving to Houston. I've been here 5 years. I came down here in February 2021, right after the freeze. Right after the pandemic was over. The pandemic was on its ass, the last end. All the states had opened up. We was on the brink of getting our last stimulus check and all of that. I decided to come down here to Houston. I have a friend that stayed down here, that stays down here. And I came down here to live with her so I could start over after a domestic violence relationship. I also left Michigan because I felt that the job opportunities in Michigan were far and few, because basically everybody in my hometown, they either work in direct care, they CNAs, or they work in factories, and that wasn't no job for me. I don't too much care. I wouldn't have minded being a caregiver up there, but most of the caregiver jobs in Michigan, you got to drive to them. And at the time, I didn't have a car, and the bus system there is way limited than down here is. But anywho, I came down here in February 2021. Now, when I came down here with a game plan. At least I had a friend I could live with while I worked on my game plan. I wasn't down here a month before I had a job. It took me about a month and a half to find a job. And once I got that job, I worked that job for a few months, got frustrated with the job because when I came here, I didn't know that basically Spanish is the second language in Texas. And that job had a lot of Mexican people work there. Had a lot of Mexicans working there, and I didn't know their language. They act like they didn't want me to know theirs. So I left that job. I worked that job long enough to help my roommate with her rent and go on. After I left that job, I found a couple little jobs here and there that was paying the rent and all that. I was doing good. I'm doing good. I was doing good still. And then after my roommate lost her apartment, we had to go stay with a family member of hers. And that's when I went through a period of in between jobs period, looking for a job, because the job I have now, I was at a temp at it. I was a temp at the job that I have now. And I worked there as a temp for like 3 months. And then they let us go. And that's why we were staying with my roommate's mom. And she got to where she didn't want nobody staying with her and all that. So eventually I met a guy. Met the young man I'm with now. And he hooked me up with his sister, which me and her are good friends. And I stayed with her. And I stayed with her for a while and helped her out. Then I found out about a program. And about that same time when I started staying with her, I had applied for the job I have now. The job I started working as a temp, after I left the temp service working for them, the temp service let us go from the hospital. I got hired in at the hospital, but I had to work at a different one. And that's when I was staying with my guy friend's sister. And a friend of mine told me about a program that helped the homeless down here and low-income people get housing. So I had signed up for that and got approved. So I had to sign up for the apartment and all. And during all this time, that took me, this is 2025. I got my apartment in 2023. I've been at this apartment for almost 2 years, a little over 2 years. So I'm proud of myself. It took me almost 2 years to get myself together here. I still struggle every now and then because this apartment that I have now is kicking my ass with the rent. But I'm not homeless. I have a roof over my head. And I'm not on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, or anywhere whining and begging for help and asking for help. It don't hurt to ask for help, which I don't mind. Now, that took me 2 years to get where I am now. That process took me almost 2 years to get me to the point of where I'm at now. I've been at this job. I'll be at my job for 3 years next month in August. And I just applied for a different position at my job that's going to probably pay me a little bit more money and give me the hours I want. But anywho, that's my testimonial. You can make it down here, but you got to have a game plan and be willing to work places that you don't think is suitable for you. But these young girls, it's mainly the young girls, they're coming down here thinking that they're going to get jobs at these little nightclubs here in town as bottle girls, strippers or whatever. And a few of the clubs that got the bottle girls, they've been accused of not paying these young ladies. But the thing is, most of them is coming down here with no game plan. They not coming down here. They not doing their research. They just got the stars in their eyes thinking that because you got this social media promoting Houston as a lit city. Yes, this city lit. This city is real lit. It's a lot to do. Every weekend is something fun to do. But social media promoted this city as a lit city so hard that people is coming here from everywhere, moving here, thinking that they can get jobs in these lit industries such as the strip clubs, the nightclubs, and all that. And they hard to get into. And then when you do get into them, you got to worry about them paying you because a lot of these clubs haven't been paying their employees. I'm not going to name no names on here because this is YouTube and I don't want to get sued for slander or whatnot. But a lot of these nightclubs here done got busted for not paying their employees. Then a lot of them come down here with no game plan. They come down here with just the clothes on their back. They come down here with just a few dollars that they saved up. the clothes on their back, and the dream of being a social media superstar down here. I wish they would stop coming down here trying to be social media superstars. Get a regular job at first and build your social media platforms. Like this might go, if I post this video, when I post this video today, this is going to be my first video in like 6 or 7 months. I don't post on here that much. But a lot of them coming down here with no game plan. They don't want to get the regular job that'll help them save the money to pay rent and get on. To get on and save up for their social media platforms and whatnot. They don't want to do the regular jobs, but they want people to hand out. And now I see on the point on TikTok, it's the point to where some of them is getting on TikTok begging. I need this, I need that. Get a job. The reason why I stay here is because I love Houston. I got a few friends here. The love of my life is here, even though he's locked up. But the love of my life is here. I have a few friends here. I love my job. I got my apartment that I love and I'm proud of. Yeah, I struggle a lot sometimes. And they don't realize you got to struggle before you get the reward. A lot of them coming down here thinking that they're going to be social media superstars, bottle girls and models. And then some of them, they come down here looking for love too. And they find the love in the wrong places. Now, I'm going to tell you something about the men down here in Houston. Yeah, you got the nice looking ones that dress all up in the Gucci and the Balenciaga and all that. A lot of the men here in Houston are well-dressed bums. They either live with their mama, they live with a baby mama, they live here and there. It's a lot of homosexuals stay here too. And when I say homosexuals, I mean it's a homosexual to me is a man or a female that only deal with you because you got your own place and you letting them stay with them. That's called a homosexual. But a lot of the men here in Houston, I have found that out over the last 5 years I've been here, that a lot of the men here in Houston is dressed up bums. I have met only a few decent looking men here. And decent men here that didn't have no hang-ups such as I live with my mama, I live with my baby mama, or I sleep on my boy couch, I'm sleeping in my car. But you got on Gucci and all that, but you homeless. The dating pool in Houston sucks. That's why I'm glad I got who I got. I mean, he in jail. I can't look down on him because I love him. He helps me out a lot. He brought my confidence level up a little bit too, based on what I was dealing with before. But yeah, the dating pool here sucks. It's kind of harder to keep a job right now. As much as my job pisses me off a lot, I'm going to stick with that job because I like to have my own apartment and my own things. I don't want to, and Houston has a big homeless problem. Big homeless problem. So, my advice to somebody thinking about moving to Houston to start a new life, please come down here with a game plan. Don't come down here thinking that you're going to be this big reality TV show star. That's another thing. A lot of those reality shows get shot here. It's shot here in Texas, mainly in Dallas, but I know they have had episodes of baddies shot here too. But stop thinking that you're going to be a reality TV star down here. Stop coming down here thinking y'all going to be on reality TV. Stop coming down here thinking that you're going to be a big social media influencer or the best bottle girl in the world. Come down here with a game plan. Come down here with a job. Come down here, get a job. Save your money. Get you a nice little rinky-dink apartment. Save your money. And then build your brand up. Stop coming down here looking for instant fame because Houston ain't it. Houston lit. But you're going to struggle in Houston while it's lit. Just remember, y'all. Click the subscribe button. Click like. And keep keeping it real with Mel.